My intention is to take his legacy forward, not to become a star. I used to, when I was young, I used to watch and I was like, what is he? What is he doing? Nothing special. He's just going in front of the camera, acting like normal. He's literally creating the character. And that it's, now that I'm training as an actor, he really was the most hardworking person I've ever seen, ever. He says something like, kill me today, if you don't kill me today.
It's a huge privilege to have Babil Khan with me. Obviously, he's the son of Irrfan Khan, and we've just had a screening of Pan Singh Tomar at IFFI, Goa, and it has been an absolutely moving experience, and I'm sure it has been a very moving experience for Babil, and Sutapa ji was here as well. Pleasure having you with me on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
What are your sentiments like when you saw your father today?
I mean, I watch him at home, but I didn't realize the big screen, it really brings that emotion. It's I've been watching his work because it's just part of my studies as well, and like just it inspires me. Coming here and watching it on the big screen was just completely, it threw me off actually.
No, that is absolutely understandable. I think anyone who knew him, I think, would feel the same. Sutapa ji said, I think, a very pertinent point that जो एक dialogue है Pan Singh Tomar में that मैं I'll finish the race, and शायद उनको एक वो मलाल है, and she that maybe he could not finish his own race the way she would have wanted and who would have wanted.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He, in his terms, he finished his race. You know, it's just we didn't. For us, he didn't finish his race. It's just it's a different perspective. He always thought he finished his race. He never wanted to finish a race of some sort. You know what I mean? He was just in it. Like he was in the present. He was not running a race. I don't think he was. It was for us. He was running a race. You know?
Right.
We always think there's a finish line and you need to cross it, but the finish line is right here. You know what I mean?
No, of course, and so you are a cinema student as well. When you look at this film, for example, so Tapaji said that it's very apt that this film has been screened at IFFI because maybe it sums up Irrfan Khan beautifully.
Yeah, it does.
As a cinema student, objectively, when you look at his performance, what is your sentiment like?
See, it's tough to objectively view his performance,
Of course.
But the thing is, what he creates, he doesn't represent. It's a I don't know how to explain, but when he does portrays a character, right, it's creation. He's not representing ideas that he's taken from somewhere else, and he's literally creating the character. And that it's, now that I'm training as an actor, the art of representing and creating is two completely different things, and very difficult to obtain and master.
No, of course. You know, as a viewer, my personal sentiment was when I was seeing him on screen, many a times, you know, he looks at the camera as if he's looking at the audience in their eyes.
Yeah.
I think that's a beautiful thing to do.
Yeah, of course, yeah. See, for him, cinema, you study and you learn all these definitions and intellectual ways of talking about cinema, but for him it was just connection. For him it was about people, how an art form that it really reaches your soul. You know what I mean? He thought he could reach the souls of people, and that's what he wanted to do. Like that was the ultimate objective, and that's why he, at the later stages of his career, he started choosing projects very carefully because there was a certain message that he wanted to get across.
No, absolutely. Tigbanshu Dhulia, he has done Hasil and Pan Singh Tomar, I think two of his finest works.
Yeah.
When Hasil came, I still remember people were absolutely baffled by his performance and by the sheer rawness of that performance. And that particular scene where he's tied to the chair.
And before, you know, when they come to catch him and he throws the ball, he says something like kill me today if you don't kill me today.
छोड़ना मत किसी तरह कर मैं बच गया तो फिर.
That one of the first, for me it was one of the first where I was like, oh my god, what is this guy?
So what is it in this combination of Tigmanshu Dhulia and Irrfan Khan that you personally feel that?
I think it's a friendship. It's because when you're working with someone, like you can make a really good film with them, or you can do great projects, but if you don't have that connection, something always goes missing. Right? But when you have a friendship, you know when people say don't work with your friends, you should never work with your friends. I think in cinema it's completely different. It's when you work with your friends, it's just there is this fusion of energy and something great comes out.
Absolutely. And you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just saying, but you need to keep that energy pure. Like once you start manipulating it and bringing all of these, then it just gets ruined, I think.
No, of course. And it's a unique mixture of that realism element and entertainment.
Yeah.
The way he says ke bolo haan. It's kaho haan. So it's like even apart from that, I think it tends to be entertaining. And it comes so naturally.
Yeah.
How important, I keep on referring to you as a cinema student because we have a lot of hopes from you. That element of effortlessness, the way he moves from that.
It's practice. It's really just practice. It takes hours and hours of practice. And I honestly, I used to, when I was young, I used to watch and I was like, what is he doing? And nothing special. He's just going in front of the camera, acting like normal. When you go in front of the camera, and when you have to truly forget that everything around you exists, it can only come after hours and hours and hours of endless practice. And he really was the most hardworking person I've ever seen, ever. Honestly, like there was no laziness in it. Like we're so lazy in this world now. It has become like this. All these convenience, they make us lazy. He genuinely just wasn't. Laziness is actually, I feel like it's become one of the big impediments for the youth today because of just how easy we get things. He was just not lazy. Just get up and do work. That's it. You just have to do work. That's it.
When we see your Instagram posts, it's very apparent that you are your own person.
Yeah.
And a lot of people from within the industry, they have a lot of hopes from you as well.
Yeah.
When do we see you getting into?
The thing is, I have to do it the right way. I'm working on it. I'm like giving my energy towards it. But the thing is, I have to come in the right way. It's like I don't want to do a big movie where I'm dancing and it makes 100 crores. It has no artistic value in it. You know what I mean? Like I have to make sure that my intention is to take his legacy forward, not to become a star. You know what I mean? It's like it has to be done in the right way. It has to be.
And you write very well as well.
Yeah, I write.
Is that something that you would love
to do? So the thing is, I start off as acting, but eventually, of course, I will not finish my career without making films, without directing them. Yeah, just giving the audience a taste of this lineage, I guess.
Alright, and apart from Pansing Tomar, which is your favorite performance of Irrfan?
It's not my favorite. It's very hard. It's hard to pinpoint the favorite, but one of my favorites, yeah, definitely.
Apart from Pansing Tomar?
In treatment, he was incredible. I think 30 seconds in Darjeeling Limited. He just came and picked up the guy. He did that. He tried to hear his heartbeat. I think that just one moment it was impact. Like I couldn't have it's tough to do it. Like when you're actually doing, you don't get these things. Like you just don't do it. It's very tough to do that. I think Tokyo Trials, Lunchbox, of course, Life of Pi. These are for me, in my opinion, his strongest performances.
No, absolutely. Thank you very much for talking to us, and please do take care of Sutapaji.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you so
And
much.
please stay strong.